الحيوانات البرية. تتكاثر الحيوانات البرية في الغابات، من أشهر الغابات في العالم الأمازون والسافانا. النمور. سنبدأ بالحيوان البري النمر، الذي يمتاز بسرعته الهائلة ورشاقته. وأول ما سنبدأ به فيديو يبين احترافية صيد النمور وسرعتهم المذهلة.
Или слабые животные. И вот, наконец, ей удалось завалить годовалого теленка. На этот раз антилопы Гну не остановились, и Белла не упустила свой шанс. Она феноменальная хищница. Белла быстро душит свою добычу. Теперь она и детеныши смогут устроить себе пир.
والآن شاهدوا ما تبقى من الحيوانات البرية.
These are the running dogs, bringing with them death by numbers. They come in many shapes and colors. But what they have in common is in their skulls. Big, complex brains. And big brains require a lot of education. Wild dogs who live in packs are uncommonly devoted to their young. As with wolves, each pack is led by an alpha pair, usually the only ones who mate. But all of the members of the pack attend to the feeding and education of the pups. This may be because prolactin, a hormone found in nursing mothers, may soar in all members of the pack, male and female, making them all feel nurturing. At least this appears to be the case with wolves. Play helps puppies strengthen growing limbs and develop coordination, things they will need to be physically effective at the hunt. Often, wild dog parents and older siblings bring live animals home to the pups so they can practice their hunting skills. But play also teaches important social lessons, helping them come to terms with their place in the hierarchy of the pack. It's a long growing up period, and the scenes of puppy raising are universally touching. But all of this family bonding has a deadly end. What is being raised is a killer extraordinaire who knows his place and his purpose in the lethal engine of the hunt. In southern Africa, a river called the Okavango meanders into the Kalahari Desert, creating an enormous delta and a rare, almost untouched haven for wildlife. Here, one of the most colorful predators in the world makes its home. Like most wild canines, it's been labeled a threat. an evil thing, a blot upon the landscape. Its Latin name is Lycaon pictus, meaning painted wolf. A wolf it is not, but colourful it is, sporting a spectacular coat of black, white, tans and browns. No other wild canines bear such obvious markings. Most blend into their surroundings. The African wild dog stands out. These dogs are distinctive in other ways. Probably the most compulsively sociable of all the wild canids, the African wild dog is known to care for wounded or sick members of the pack, and every member, male and female alike, is eager to help bring food to pups. The pack is led by an alpha pair, who tend to remain monogamous for life. They lead an extended family that may reach 30 or 40 individuals, all closely bound to the group. The hunt begins in ritualized fashion as the alpha male rouses the troops. Then they set out. About the size of German shepherds when fully grown, these wild dogs have several distinctive characteristics that testify to their ancient lineage. Their middle toes have fused, so they have only 4 per foot. They also have strong collarbones, which have all but disappeared in most modern dogs. Their strange markings, so different from those of other wild dogs, are probably related to their need to cooperate while hunting. Apparently, they have to recognize and keep track of each other at a distance on the open plains, and their odd markings are as distinctive as fingerprints. Leechway, a kind of antelope, flee before the well-coordinated pack. Long adapted to life in the swampy conditions of the Okavango Delta, the Leechway move with startling speed and grace through the water. But the dogs are relentless and eventually victorious. It's time to bring home the bacon. In this case, the alpha female is raising 2 broods, her own and one she has confiscated from a subordinate female. And feeding all these pups is a full-time job. She has as many as 14 teats, a record in the dog world rivaled only by a little wild dog on top of the world, the Arctic fox. The alpha female demands to be fed, and a returning hunter obligingly regurgitates a meal. The wild dog is Africa's supreme canine long-distance hunter. On the open plains of the Serengeti, where the dogs will tackle prey as large as wildebeest, patience, endurance and cooperation are hallmarks of its killing ways. It takes teamwork to pull down such a large animal, so some of the wild dogs will try to hamstring it from behind, while others will attack the sensitive nose. Still others will slash at the animal's belly, trying to disembowel it. This is probably one of the reasons that the wild dog has been labelled a murderer and an abomination. But it's simply not built to suffocate its kills the way a big cat might. And once the prey is dead, the dogs are quite orderly. There's no fighting over the carcass. The painted wolf pack is a tight-knit group, with each member knowing his place in the pecking order from puppyhood. With the African wild dog, all for one and one for all is just another way of being, built for the kill.
والآن قد انتهينا من الحلقة الأولى من الماضي والحاضر، وستصدر الحلقة الثانية في الأسبوع القادم بعنوان سقوط الدولة الإسلامية. وشكرا.